Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Merman Master coming at you guys from the Team Time Riders YouTube channel today, once again with Dark Magic Ian. And he has got an updated deck profile for you in brand new magenta sleeves. And I'm sure you guys can probably figure out what is coming today, but in the case that you cannot, what do we have for you?
It's going to be in the title.
Yes, spoiler alert. Like Earl, like Ian. As they say, the title's gonna spoil the dang thing, but
it's vampires.
In any event, it's gonna be vampires, and it is insane. If you guys have caught the deck profile from Jacob that he just did, he ran a combination Shiranui vampire deck running Ash Blossom. Dark Magic Ian, as you guys know, always likes to go off the beaten path and
like play some fancy text.
Play some fancy different types of text in here. So you guys are gonna get to see a different type of vampire deck profile. So we got two separate types of vampire deck profiles with the maximum amount of coverage, so you guys can figure out exactly what you want to play, how you want to play it, and how you want to build your decks going forward into this next format. So without further ado, anything else you want to say? Well, let's get into it.
No, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
All right, so for monsters, we have our triple vampire Scarlet Scourge. This is the best vampire, still in my opinion. Basically, you pay a stack, like Jake said, and you can revive a vampire from your graveyard. And then it has another effect where if it destroys a monster, if it destroys a monster by battle, I can special summon the destroyed monster to my side of the field. So it's like the we think how the vampires work is basically what they do is like they attack, they bite, like it's kind of like how vampires do, like they bite the necks of their victims and then they become vampires themselves. Like that's how this works. Like you attack the you attack the monster with
Vampire Brothers
with the vampire, and then it gets summoned to your side of the field because it became a vampire itself. So that's a little fun fact for you guys. But like Scarlet Scourge is a very good card. Up next we have a 3 Frowling. She's like a pseudo hand trap. Basically, if they were to attack, you can summon her, and then you can basically pay up to 3 stacks to make your boys big.
We should be throwing him at Corellia every single time. Yeah. So that you
then we're running 1 Shadow and 1 Duke. I'm indecisive.
Well, each one of them has its own different things that it really likes to do. Duke lets you go from the grave, Shadow lets you go from the deck. Both of them are level 5, and lets you have that nice from the deck milling effect, so you can really set your opponent up for failure. You know?
Which you'll see later on in the deck.
Yes. We got some interesting tech options that run quite well.
Yeah, the reason I'm running one of these is because I'm indecisive.
Vampire playstyle. Yep.
That's literally the main reason, but like they're both very good cards in their own respective. Then the last one we run 1 Vampire Grace and 1 Vampire Red Baron. So Grace basically she does the same thing as Duke, where you can send a type of card from your opponent's deck to the graveyard, and then you can pay 2 stacks to summon her from the graveyard if a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned from your graveyard by a card fight. This has to be a zombie. And then Vampire Red Baron is literally just a creature swap.
Yep.
And then for the little vampires, we run 3 Retainer and 3 Familiar. So what this does is Familiar, basically when it's special summoned, you can pay 500 life points to add a vampire monster from your deck to your hand, and Retainer does the exact same effect, except with spell and traps. So how these cards work with each other is you can like send a vampire monster from your hand, or vampire card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon them out of the graveyard. And I mean, that's why they get their effects. They're both very good cards in their own respective ways. Then we're running the zombies. We're running 3 Solitaire. Self-explanatory. This is a 1 card level 8 or a 1 card rank 4. 2 Mizuki for recursion in the graveyard. And then 2 Uni-Zombies for sending your other zombies to the graveyard. This is a must in a zombie deck, in my opinion.
But I don't think
have any necessary ratios right there.
Yeah.
Managed to screw up your ability to deck ships. You had to play.
All right, so here comes the spice.
Alrighty.
The spice I'm running is 3 Armageddon Knight.
Okay, let's hear about this. We got our man Jacob over here looking at this like, what?
So, here's the fact is, when he's summoned, anytime he is summoned, you can send a dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. So this kind of sets up like your domain or your other stuff.
It feeds the graveyard. Okay.
It feeds the grave for stuff, but like Ash Blossom's a card, so it kind of cripples this a little bit. But like, if it resolves, you can do some crazy stuff. Those are all the monsters. These are also original print, if you're wondering.
Yeah, they are. Phantom Darkness.
Then that's the monsters. For spells, we have 3 Vampire's Domain. This is the best spell in the deck,
Yup.
hands down. Like, you want to see this.
I don't know.
This is a double summon. So you pay 500 life points and you can summon a vampire monster in addition to your normal summoner set. So like, even if you get ogred, you can still get your normal summon. It's crazy.
Even if it leaves the field,
Literally.
it doesn't matter.
And then if you were to attack into something with your vampires, Domain will have you gain the life points equal to the damage your opponent took.
You know, vampire things.
Vampire stuff.
thing.
This is a very, very good card.
You spill blood, you get blood.
Up next is 3 copies of Vampire Desire. This is like a Foolish Burial. It has 2 effects actually. It's like a Foolish Burial and a Monster Reborn. So you can target a face-up monster you control, send a vampire monster from your deck with a different level, and then the monster becomes that level. So like you can like target like a zombie or like a uni-zombie and send like a Scarlet Scourge to the graveyard, and then he becomes like a level 6. Or you can like send a vampire monster. I can send a monster and then the other effect is I can send a monster I control to the graveyard, and then target a vampire monster in my graveyard and special summon it.
So basically, it like swaps it out.
It's like a book. It's like a Foolish Burial and a Monster Reborn.
Yeah.
That's not even too bad of a boss.
Here's the other spicy tech I'm running.
All right.
Here's the spicy tech I'm running. I'm running 2 copies of Book of Life. Book of Life is like it's like a themed Monster Reborn. This actually works really well with Armageddon Knight and like Vampire Grace, where like you can
Oh yeah, just
use,
have
like,
Vampire Grace
you can
call
use-
monster,
yeah.
and then
you can use like Grace, call monster, they send a monster from their deck to the graveyard, you activate Book of Life, you revive one of your vampires in the graveyard, and then you banish the monster they just sent to the graveyard. Pretty good card. These are first dead supers too. And then for the one-ofs, we have Rhoda for the Armageddon Knight. Reasoning. You can basically special summon anything out of your deck.
yeah.
Soul Charge. This card's broken. No other way to explain it. And then the OG Monster Reborn to revive your vampires.
Right.
Those are the spells. And then for traps, we run only 2 traps. That's 2 Vampire Domination. This is basically a searchable Infernity barrier. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah, an Infinity barrier that heals.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, not as flat as a Pepsi in the hot sun.
And then that's the main deck. Extra deck. 2 copies of Dompier. He's like he like sends stuff to the graveyard, and then basically what he does is he requires 2 or more level 6s.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can detach a material from him, send a card on the field to the graveyard, and then if it's a monster, you can detach another material, summon it to your side of the field, defense position.
Very, very good card.
We have 1 Bram. This basically lets you summon something out of your opponent's graveyard. It's a very good card.
Stealing.
I'm running Dragulus because I don't have a Strike Bouncer, but he's still a good rank 6.
It's a very good card. In fact, I think he went up to like $10 or some crazy number like that, right?
He did.
He up there?
And then I'm also running the Adrius.
Yep.
This is because you can only summon Dark Monster with the vampires.
You did get the Adrius.
I did. It's a secret rare too.
Nice. Secret rare first deck.
This is just spot removal.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
2600. This is a Raigeki break on legs.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I have Greenstar Mia for the Trickstars.
Yep. Got it right.
Those are the X's. Now for links, we have 2 Sucker. Let her give me a good suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Past censorship still, and I'll say it every time.
2 Suckers. This card's really good. It's like a card of safe return for zombies.
Yes.
And then if you have it, and then you can tribute a zombie type monster your opponent controls for your tribute summon for your vampires. I was actually testing a build out with Vampire Kingdom, but Vampire Kingdom kind of worked. And then we have the Decode Talker. And it's just a generic link 3 that can beat over stuff. It's ulti too.
Yep.
Here's a new card that came out recently, and that is Summon Sorceress.
Yeah, so tell us what this does, and it's going to be legal.
It's currently legal right now.
Oh, it is.
What this card does, I think it's legal right now.
First
Natch
day,
is over.
first day, it's legal.
What this does is you can summon special summon a monster to your opponent's side of the field to a zone she points to, and then she has another effect where you can summon a monster out of your deck to a zone she points to. That's the same type as a monster in a zone she points to.
Look at that. That's diving right there.
But yeah, she can basically let you get stuff out of your deck with their effects are negated. And then our last two links are Borolo and Saryuja.
Nice. All right.
Those are the links, and then I'm running 3 synchros. I'm running Omega, to rip cards out of your
We
hand.
got that one Omega says too. We got Shogun Saga, same as Jacob.
Shogun Saga to beat over big stuff, and then
finally,
Beals.
Beals, very, very good. All right. Well, any extra, any side deck or anything like that for this deck?
No, this is a
or-
casual deck.
Well, of course. Well, in any event, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for the deck profile of Dark Magic Ian. Anything you want to say? Any shout-outs you want to give?
Shout out to the Mermail Master for hooking me up with the super rare Book of Lives.
Oh, you
Shout
know
out to
it.
Phantasm Gaming. They're a good seller. They hooked me with the Armageddon Knights. And then shout out to Pat for the reasoning.
Where is he over there? It's Patrick Sullivan.
Do not put me in the camera.
You're not. Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, in any event, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe on the Team Time Riders YouTube channel. The channel is growing because of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And this has been the Mermail Master, Jacob, Dark Magic Ian, and we're signing out. Catch you guys next time. Peace.